On, guys? It's Greg here, aka NYPrepper. It is Wednesday, April 24th, 2024, and I have some breaking news to share with you guys. Right now, it is 14:10 Eastern Time here in the United States, and we have U.S. nuclear forces on high alert this afternoon for some reason. We've had a good amount of nuclear attack options broadcasted this afternoon so far. And we also have two nuclear war command and control planes looping over the U.S., one off the East Coast and one over the Ozarks, and they've been looping there for a while. We also had three B 52 nuclear bombers airborne over the U.S. so far today, and we also have a B 1 over the Black Hills of South Dakota, and that B 1 has been receiving nuclear attack options, okay, EAMs, and it has the call sign Dark Knight. Anytime you hear Dark Knight, that's usually a B 1. And in addition to all of that aviation activity and the nuclear attack options being broadcasted today, we also have this strange post on the Offutt Air Force Base X account, and it says, "Notice, real world. Effective immediately, Kenny Gate and Bellevue Gate are closed to all traffic. Stratcom Gate remains open to all inbound, outbound traffic." This was posted at noon today. So they've closed 2 out of 3 gates at the Stratcom base, which is Offutt Air Base. And that's the base that manages nuclear war. Okay, Stratcom manages nuclear war. It's the most important command in the U.S. military, and they've closed 2 out of the 3 gates at the base. And what this tells me is that Stratcom has gone into a high security environment for whatever reason, and they're shutting down 2 out of 3 gates, so they only have one choke point. And what this tells me is that Offutt Air Base has gone into some kind of higher security posture for some reason. I'm not sure why, but when you shut down all entrances and you leave only one, you do that when there's either a imminent threat or it's a high security environment and you're trying to monitor everything. So you only have one choke point. You force everybody to go through that one entrance and one exit. It also enables you to lock down a facility much faster when you only have one entrance and one exit, and everybody's got to go through that. If there's an emergency, they just shut that one entrance and that's it. You don't have multiple entrances that you have to deal with. And again, it enables you to monitor people coming in and out much easier when you only have one choke point. Okay, so this means Offutt Air Base has gone into some kind of high security posture for whatever reason. Let me show you these nuclear warplanes in the air right now. So we have one off of the coast of New Jersey, and this thing has been looping here for hours now, and it's transmitting nuclear attack options to our submarines. And here we have another one looping over the Ozarks in Arkansas. And then here we have a B 52 and a B 1. So our nuclear forces are on high alert. I will continue to monitor this situation, and if anything escalates, I will go live. And we also have this Iranian VIP government plane, and it's coming back from Russia and heading to the capital of Iran, Tehran. We followed this plane 2 days ago. It took off from Tehran 2 days ago and went to St. Petersburg. Now it's flying back. So I'm not sure who was on this plane or why they flew there, but very interesting. And here's one of the B 52s that was seen on Flight Tracker this afternoon. This is a U.S. nuclear bomber flying over Oklahoma. Here we have another one that was flying over Virginia. So 3 so far today. That's a lot. And Russia warned on Monday that the risk of a direct military clash between Russia and nuclear powers in the West is rising. Westerners are dangerously balancing on the brink of a direct military clash between nuclear powers, which is fraught with catastrophic consequences, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said in a message to the participants of the Moscow Non-Proliferation Conference. So this is very concerning. Sergei Lavrov is in Putin's inner circle. So if Lavrov is saying something like that, then that's very, very serious. And we're hearing that viral particles of the H5N1 bird flu have been found in commercial milk, but the FDA is saying that it's safe to drink. Testing is currently underway to confirm if pasteurization killed the virus. Results will be made public in the coming days or weeks. And Reuters is reporting that the U.S. has secretly shipped long-range ATACMS missiles to Ukraine already, and Ukraine has already used them twice on Russian positions inside of occupied Ukraine. So very, very interesting there. And this update was sponsored by My Patriot Supply. Guys, My Patriot Supply is doing a discount on their 1 month emergency food supply. And to get the deal, you got to go to preparewithnyprepper.com, and the link is in the description below this video. This is a 1 month freeze-dried food supply. It has a 25-year shelf life. Normal price is $237. They've dropped it down to $177. So that's a savings of $60. And it's all packed within 2 rugged, water-resistant buckets. Free shipping is included. $177 for 1 month of food. Where are you going to find a deal like that? They also have a general store, and they're always running discounts in their general store on various prepping and survival items. They have everything from MREs, potassium iodide, to survival seeds. And to get to their general store, you got to click on the My Patriot Supply logo at the top of the page when you get to preparewithnyprepper.com. And you'll see when you get there, they have everything you can imagine. So use the link preparewithnyprepper.com to get $60 off the My Patriot Supply 1 month emergency food supply. That's $180 for 1 month of food, free shipping included. The link is in the description below this video. And also check out their general store. They have everything you can imagine prepping and survival related, and they're always running various discounts there. And Russian environmentalists have issued a dire warning over the threat of a radioactive leak due to floodwaters near a uranium mine in Russia's Kurgan region. The Russian Urals region and northern Kazakhstan have been hit by the worst flooding in decades, with authorities evacuating tens of thousands of residents from Kurgan and Orenburg amid rescue operations to save stranded residents and animals. The mine has 7,000 tons of uranium. Wow, very, very concerning. The worst flooding in decades in the Russian Urals. And Russian forces are likely to intensify drone and missile attacks in Ukraine in the coming weeks. And this is being reported by the Institute for the Study of War. And they're saying that this is how Russia wants to inflict maximum damage to Ukraine before U.S. aid arrives. Okay, so we have to be on the lookout for more Russian missile strikes and drone strikes. And the upcoming military aid package from Britain to the Ukraine will include an unspecified number of paveway aerial guided bombs. And Israel has launched one of its most serious airstrikes on southern Lebanon so far in this war against Hamas. And at least 15 airstrikes were conducted in a short period of time this morning. And the IDF is preparing to deploy 2 reserve brigades to the Gaza Strip under the 99th Division. So it looks like they're going to resume their operations in Gaza now that the situation with Iran has kind of quieted down. We'll still have to wait and see what Iran does in response to the Israeli limited strike. but I do believe that Israel almost launched a very serious strike on Iran. And that's why on the culinary night, we brought up our forces to DEFCON 2 and we had everything locked, cocked, and ready to fire. And then at the last minute, maybe Israel changed their mind. Maybe there was some kind of a diplomatic breakthrough, and Israel changed their mind and opted for a more limited strike the following day. But I think that's why we had all those emergency action messages a week ago. Okay, 8 hours straight of nuclear attack options and nuclear arming codes being broadcasted. And Ukraine hit another oil refinery or oil pipeline in Russia. And what you're looking at here is reconnaissance activity over the Baltic countries in Europe. You can see a US AWACS plane. You can see a Spanish Air Force reconnaissance plane. You can see an Estonian reconnaissance plane here. And then also here we have a Polish border guard plane patrolling the Polish Baltic coast. And here we have a Russian Air Force heavy cargo plane that flew from Moscow to Kaliningrad. And this is the second one we've seen go to Kaliningrad this week. And that means it's bringing heavy equipment into Kaliningrad. And here we have a bunch of reconnaissance planes over the Black Sea. Here's a Forte 12 RQ-4 Global Hawk. And we also have an Italian Air Force AWACS plane and a U.S. Navy P-8 Poseidon sub-hunter plane. So something's brewing over here in the Black Sea. Yesterday, we also had like 4 or 5 NATO reconnaissance planes here off the coast of Romania. And here we have some US and UK reconnaissance assets over the eastern Mediterranean off the coast of Israel and Lebanon. Here we have a P-8 Poseidon off the coast of Lebanon and a UK Beach Shadow ISR plane flying towards Israel. So NATO is definitely keeping an eye on the eastern Mediterranean, and we have to be on high alert still. There's no indication yet that Iran is not going to launch another strike. It could still happen. And here we have a U.S. reconnaissance plane patrolling South Korea. This was last night. Here we have video footage of the strikes in southern Lebanon earlier this morning. Look at this, guys. This is insane. Israel launched 15 airstrikes in a very short period of time. And here we have some footage coming out of Western Russia showing this oil pipeline that was hit by a Ukrainian UAV. Look at that, guys. All that oil burning up. Absolutely crazy. And here we have some apocalyptic scenes coming out of Greece. There's this massive sandstorm that's been spreading around the Mediterranean and around the Middle East and North Africa. Look at this, guys. This is absolutely insane. Another sign of the times. Okay, we have apocalyptic flooding in Russia, worst flooding in decades, threatening a uranium mine. We had flooding in Dubai, and now we have this apocalyptic sandstorm spreading across the entire Mediterranean. Another sign of the times, guys. So I will be back later on tonight with more breaking news. I'm not sure if I'll go live or if I'll do an update like this, but I will be back later. I will be monitoring the nuclear forces, and if anything serious happens, I will go live immediately and let you know. So make sure you're subscribed. Hit the bell icon down below so you get notified when I post these updates. And until next time, take care, God bless, and don't forget the 3 Ps: prepare, practice, and persevere.